Good morning, dears. Today we discussed about newer class of TB drugs. Why this new TB drugs needed? New TB drugs are needed because of the complexity and toxicity of current TB drug regimens. There is also the major problem of TB drug resistance. This together with the problem of the interactions of current TB drugs with ARVs taken by HIV positive people. This means that there is an urgent need for a new TB drugs. Today we discussed about this newer drug. This bedaquiline is a bactericidal drug which belongs to a new class of antibiotic. This is a diaryl quinolones group. This is a new drug approved for the treatment of multi-drug resistant TB. In the United States, the US Food and Drug Administration granted approval on 28 December 2012 for bedaquiline to be used to treat drug-resistant TB. In October 2013, CDC issued new federal guidelines on the use of drug for the treatment of multi-drug resistant TB. New guidelines offered advice on the use of the drug for treatment of TB in children, pregnant women, and individuals with other health complications. In June 2013, WHO issued interim guidance on the inclusion of bedaquiline in combination drug therapy for people with MDR TB. By 2015, the drug had received approval for use in United States, South Korea, South Africa, India, Russia, Federations, Peru. In October 2016, only 5,700 patients had been able to receive the drugs. What is bedaquiline? Is an active substance in new TB drug, which is also sometimes known by the trade name Sirtru. It belongs to a group of drugs that is diaryl quinolones. It is the first new TB drug for 14 years. Bedaquiline should only be used in combination with other TB drugs to treat pulmonary TB in adults when they have multi-drug resistant TB. MDR TB is when the TB bacteria that a person is infected with are resistant with the two of the main TB drugs is isoniazid and rifampicin. What are the potential problems with misuse of bedaquiline? If a new drug is inappropriately used, for example, if bedaquiline was to be used with just one other drug, then it is possible that the TB patients could develop drug resistance. That drug resistant form could then to be passed on to other patients for whom bedaquiline would no longer be effective. So, in order to ensure that as many people as possible benefits from bedaquiline and other new TB drugs, it is essential that the use of new TB drug is carefully controlled. So, bedaquiline must be only prescribed and taken by the patients in accordance with WHO and National Treatment Program guidelines. Bedaquiline use in South Africa. In December 2012, the South African Medicine Control Council approved a national program to treat selected drug-resistant TB patients with bedaquiline. This program begins in March 2013 and the program operated at 5 South African sites and was subsequently extended to 12 sites. In October 2014, the MCC approved the use of bedaquiline within the National TB program. By 2017, about 2/3 of patients taking bedaquiline were in South Africa. Of approximately 11,000 patients being treated for drug-resistant TB, about 7,000 are now being treated with the drug. In South Africa, patients with XDR TB are now automatically given bedaquiline as their started treatment. Bedaquiline availability in India. In February 2016, it was announced that bedaquiline is to be made available in India. The drug will be able as part of second-line treatment for patients suffering from MDR TB and XDR TB. The drug recently underwent clinical trials at the national level in certain hospitals for safety and efficacy. There is more about the treatment of drug-resistant TB in India. Bedaquiline is promising new TB drug, but it must be carefully introduced and monitored. Another drug is pregabalin. In August 2019, this drug is received US approval for the use of pregabalin in combination with bedaquiline and linezolid for people with XDR TB or treatment intolerance or non-responsive MDR TB. Other categories, nitroimidazoles. These categories are existing class of drug. This known as to have antimicrobial activity. Two next generation or derivatives of this class of drugs. Now this called as delminate, and another one is PA824. These are under development as potential TB drugs. Next come to this another newer drug is that is delminate is an active substance in new TB drug treatment. Is given to adults with TB that is affecting the lungs and which is multi-drug resistant. It is used when other drug combinations cannot be used either because the TB bacteria are resistant to other drugs or because of the side effects of these other drugs. Delminate is clinical trials. The main results of clinical trials comes from a phase 3 trial and a phase 2b trial together with studies of safety and efficacy. Phase 3 trial, this trial compared a background regimens plus delminate to same background regimens plus a placebo. Some initial results from this trial become available in October 2017. Cultural conversions at 6 months in the delminate arm was 87.6% versus 86% 1% in the control arm. 24-month outcomes and all causes mortality in the two arms were very similar. The final phase 3 results for delminate confirmed the earlier results. The drug did not show any statistical significant difference in successfully curing TB or reducing the mortality results when this compared with dummy drugs. The drug was found to be safe. The WHO has now advised all national TB programs to include delminate is longer MDR TB regimens only when the patients cannot tolerate or show resistance to certain second-line drugs. Phase 2b trial in July 2012, the result of phase 2b trial showed delminate plus a background regimen resulted in more study subjects becoming non-infectious after 2 months than a placebo plus a background regimen. The trial was conducted in 17 countries in 17 centers in 9 countries. Among patients who received a background regimen plus 100 mg twice daily, 45.4% had culture conversion at 2 months as compared with 29.6% of patients who received background plus placebo. The observation study found that favorable outcome were observed in about 3/4 of the patients who received delminate for more than 6 months. This compared to about half of the patients who received delminate for less than 2 months. The Kurzka company has also started a phase 3 trial of delminate. This trial was started in September 2011, is designed to show if the drug is both safe and effective when given as TB drug treatment over 6-month period. The completion date for the first test of effectiveness was August 2013. Next come to this delminate for the treatment of XDR TB. In July 2015, data was published on the effectiveness of the drug for treatment of XDR TB. This was further analysis of the earlier phase 2b study. XDR TB is defined by the WHO as a strains of TB that are resistant to the drugs isoniazid and rifampicin. They must also be resistant to at least one drug in the fluoroquinolone group as well as another second-line injectable drug. Patients with XDR TB who received delminate in addition to WHO recommended optimized background regimen had a higher proportion of patients who had culture conversion at 2 months. This was when compared with patients receiving placebo plus OBR alone. As a result, the patient who took Delement has had a greater likelihood of successful treatment outcome. Next comes this regulatory approval. In April 2014, Delement received conditional approval by the European Medicines Agencies, and this more evidence is needed about the drug, and this company has marketed Delteba is carry out the further studies to confirm the long-term effectiveness and safety of Delteba. In July 2014, Delement was also approved by the Japanese regulatory authority. In October 2014, the WHO released its interim policy guidance for the use of drug in treatment of MDR-TB. Thank you. Thank you so much for your patient listening. This is my YouTube channel, Easy Learning. If you are interested, please go there. They have uploaded lots of videos with simple explanations. Please go there, like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, bye.